Now the students, next in the geometry we are going to do workbook problems. So whatever we did in a textbook, so that similar questions we are going to do so in workbook. So then first, so in performance time A, the questions based on points, lines and line segments. Questions based on points, lines and line segments. See here. So the first question, use a scale to measure the following line segments and write their length. So using this scale, so we have to measure line segment length. How to measure line segment length? So here in your textbook, four line segments are given. GH is a line segment, PQ is a line segment, CD is a line segment, AB is a line segment. Total 4 line segments given. So that 4 line segments length he is asking. How to measure? So see here, we have to keep our scale like this. The initial point should coincide with this 0. So initial point should coincide with this 0 and the second point where it is. So we have to check these 2 points. So here and here. So where the second point coincide? See here. So in your textbook that length is given, the line segment length 6.2 centimeters. So like this you have to keep your scale and that initial point you have to keep at G and the second point you have to see where it coincide. So then after that remove your scale and write your length, line segment length, that is 6.2 centimeters. 6.2 centimeters. Okay. This is your first line segment length in your textbook. The second line segment, again you have to take your scale and keep your scale so like this straight and the initial point should coincide with this 0 and the final point. So the second end point where it coincide you have to check. You have to check on your scale. So then in your scale, so the second point coincide at 4.3 centimeters. 4.3 centimeters. So the length of the second line segment PQ is 4.3 centimeter. Again similarly the CD line segment length. Again you have to take your scale and keep your scale initial point. That C point should coincide with this 0 and you have to keep your scale straight to this line segment and initial point should coincide with this 0 C. So then second point where it is, you have to, second end point where it coincide on your scale, just you have to see there. So in your third, so that coincide with 3.5 in your line segment, 3.5 centimeter. The second one is 3.5 centimeter line segment length. And after that the fourth line segment we have to calculate. So we have to calculate where it is, where it coincide. So again we have to take scale, keep your scale like this and that first initial point A should coincide with 0 and the second initial point where it is. So in your textbook that line segment length is 5 centimeters. From 0 to where? So it coincides the second end point. So that length you have to write, that is 5 centimeter. Using the scale, so just we have to keep our scale so straight to this line segment and the first initial point should coincide with the 0 and second end point where it coincide with our scale. So that you have to measure 0 to where. So that is our line segment length. Okay. So now the students, see the second question, classify the following into rays, line segments and lines. Here in these three pictures are given. So we have to identify lines, line segments and ray. So see here in this first picture, so here 2 arrows are given. It means it extends in both the directions infinitely. So it means it is a line. It is a line. So this one is line. Okay. So 2 arrows, when 2 arrows were there in both the directions, so that one is a line. So it means this one is a line. Here we have one end point, in one direction we have arrow. It means it extends in one direction. It extends only in one direction. So one initial point is there. So it is a ray. It is a ray. If one arrow is there and one initial point is there, then that is a ray. here. So we have two endpoints. In line segment we have two endpoints. So here M is the first endpoint and N is the second endpoint. So this is a line segment, This one is a line segment, okay. This is a line, ray and line segment. Then after that, draw the line segment of a given length and name them. Here, the first length is 5.4 centimeters. 5.4 centimeters length of a line segment we have to draw. Length of a line segment, so we have to draw. So this is a scale. First we have to keep a scale, means ruler. Then after that what we have to do? So at 0 we have to mark a initial point. So here you mark 1 point. Then after that at 5.4, here we have 5. 0.4 means more 5 lines we have to check. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. At 4, after 5, 4 small points, small lines we have to count. There you mark another point. Now you joined, so these lines, these points with a ruler, joined with a ruler, okay. So don't join with your free hand, so join with a ruler, with a ruler, okay. This is a line segment. This is a line segment. So with a ruler, so we have to draw with a ruler, okay. This is 5.4 centimeters length of a line segment. Here the name. So that name, so that here I am taking P as a first initial point and Q is a second initial final point. Then the distance between is 5.4 centimeters. This is a line segment of a length 5.4 centimeter. Again, here the 10.5 centimeters. So first what we have to do, we have to keep a scale, ruler, and first we have to mark a point at 0. Then after that, the second point we have to mark at 10.5. Here we have to mark 2 points. So first point we have to mark at 10.5. The other point at 10 point, first at 0, first point at 0 and second point at 10.5. Then after that we have to join these 2 points, So we have to join, so with these 2 points, okay, join these 2 points, okay. So these 2 points we have to join. So this is a line segment. So name the line segment. The first point is A, the second point is B. The AB line segment length is 10.5 centimeters. 10.5 centimeters. The next one, 7 centimeters. What? The length of a line segment is 7 centimeters. First we have to mark at 0, first point at 0 and second point at 7 centimeters. Here we marked at 7. Then after that we have to join these 2 points with a ruler. Here I am using, so here I am joining with free hand, but so you have to use a ruler, okay. This is a line segment, length 7 centimeter. Name this line segment. So say any name, M and N. M is a line segment 7 centimeters. So like this we have to draw and we have to remove the scale, okay. So this is the method to draw the line segments whatever the given length, okay. So more 2 questions were there in this, so that line segments you have to draw using ruler, okay. Now the students, next here represent the following symbolically. Symbolically we have to write the given, so line segments, okay. First one, line PQ line we have to represent symbolically. So PQ, first we have to draw a line. So 2 arrows, keep 2 arrows, it is a line, So then PQ means we have to write P point and Q point, we have to locate P point and Q point on the line. So this is the representation of a PQ symbolically. Line XY, first we have to draw a line keeping two arrows. Why? Because line is extends both the directions infinitely. So we have to keep two arrows. XY is given. So XY points we have to locate X and Y. This is symbolically. So this is the line representation, and symbolically then how to represent PQ. This is PQ line. This is symbolically representation and this is line. So only he is asking symbolically, just to represent this is enough. If you want, then how the line is, this is the way to represent. XY symbolically, XY line we have to draw. Then line segment, no need to draw line segment. So just you write line segment symbolically. First you have to write MN and keep line segment MN. So this is symbolical representation. Then line. So line symbolical representation, AB line segment, AB, the line segment, this is the symbolical representation. Here he is not asking to draw XPQ line and line segments, only symbolical representation, no need to draw this. So lines, okay, symbolical representation. So in the big way you have to write, so have PQ, this is symbolical representation, PQ, okay. Next XY line, XY we have to write, and this is line, XY line, PQ line symbolical representation, XY line symbolical representation. Line segment means no need to keep any arrow on upper side. MN line segment, just to keep two end points. A is first end point, B is the second end point, okay. This is the symbolical representation. Now the next, identify the fixed point in each of the following. Each of the following we have to identify the fixed point. Here XY ray symbolical representation is given. Here what is the fixed point? The first letter is the fixed point in a ray. So what is the first letter? X. X is a fixed point. In EF ray, what is the first alphabet here? E. E is the fixed point. E is a fixed point. And ST ray, in ST ray, S is a starting letter. So that is the fixed point. Then NM ray. In this, what is the first alphabet? M. So that is the initial point. So first letter, so in the given ray is the initial point. Here in first, X is a initial point. Here, so initial or fixed point. So X is a fixed point, E is a fixed point, S is a fixed point, N is a fixed point, okay. Now the next question here, so one picture is given, A, B, C, D, E, F, this is hexagon. How many sides we have? Total 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-sided polygon. It is a hexagon. So on this basis of this hexagon, he has given some bits, some blanks he is asking. So what the first blank? The intersecting line segments are. Here intersecting line segments he is asking. So these two are intersecting lines. AD, BE. These two are intersecting lines. AD and BC. AD and BC are intersecting lines. So, okay, these are the intersecting lines. Now, the point of intersection is AD and BE here, not BC. AD and BE, here BE, not BC. Okay. Now, the intersection point is this point is the intersection point. The intersection point is x. X is the intersection point. X is the intersection point of intersection. There are dash line segment in this figure. Here how many line segments are there in this picture? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Outer side 6. This is 7, 8, 9, 10. Total 10. Bx, xe, ax, xt. 4. 4 inside and 6 outside. 4 plus 6, 10. 10 line segments. How many line segments? 10 line segments we have. 10 line segments. Ex and xb. Ex and xb are also called Ex. This is Ex and xb are also called. So here see here Ex, xb. Ex is a line segment. XB is also a line segment. Ex and xb are also line segments. Line segments here line. They are also line segments. So that also we count as a line segment. So before we count line segments, no, Ex, xb, xd and ax. Total 4 line segments. So Ex and xb are also line segments. Okay. Now in this bit, the next 5th question is in this 6th question. So the next one is line segments xd and ed. Xd, this is xd, ed. These two lines meet at a point D. These two line segments meet at a point D. So intersection point of these two line segments is D. Okay. In this way we have to check and we have to write. Okay, students. Now in performance time B, so the questions based on angles. See here, the first question, use a protractor to measure and write the following angles. So here we have to use protractor and we have to find the angles. So what is the angle it is? So this is a protractor. So we have to use this protractor and find the angle. Then how to use the protractor? First, this is the vertex. This intersection point of your protractor should keep on the vertex, and this base line should coincide with this bottom line, means with this ray. So this intersection point should coincide with the vertex and the base line should coincide with the ray xy. Then after that you have to see. So this ray is towards left. If the ray is towards left, then we have to count upper values. So upper values means clockwise direction we have to count. We have to count carefully. So upper values. Why we are counting upper values? Because this ray is towards left. Okay. Starts from 0, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 40. The angle is 40. At 40 this ray is coincide. So the angle. So how to represent angle? First we have to write angle symbol. Then this alphabet we have to take in the middle. Vertex. So that vertex we have to take in the middle. So y, x, w. Y, x, w is 40 degrees. This is our angle 40 degrees. In this way we have to represent angle. Yxw is 40 degrees. Then after that, so again we have to take the protractor. Intersection of your protractor should keep here on vertex and the bottom line should coincide with QR ray. In that way you have to keep your protractor. The intersection point should coincide with the vertex and the bottom line should coincide with the QR. So like this we have to keep. Then after that, this ray is towards right side. So we have to take inside values. We have to count inner values, that is anti-clockwise. Count carefully 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. At 110, so this line coincides. So what is the angle? 110. Then how to represent angle? First we have to write angle symbol. Then this vertex we have to keep in the middle. So P, Q, R. Angle P, Q, R. So this is 110 degrees. Okay. If the ray is in left direction, means towards the left, we have to take upper values. If the ray is towards right, we have to take inside values. Okay. Now, so this is the method to measure using protector. In the next question, construct the following angles using protector and ruler. Protector and ruler we have to use. First, take the ruler. First you have to draw. So here angles are given. Your angles are 25 degrees and 60 degrees. The first one is 25 degrees. The second one is 60 degrees. 60 degrees. These two angles we have to construct. First we have to take ruler and draw a ray first. One ray we have to draw. Okay. One ray, so we have to draw. This is our ray. This is the vertex. Okay. Any name you can take. C or BC. BC is a ray. Then after that, so we have to construct 25 degrees. After that, so we have to take protector. We have to take protector. That intersection of the point in the protector should coincide on the vertex B, like this, and the bottom line should coincide with this ray BC. Like this we have to keep. Like this we have to keep. Then this ray is towards right, so we have to take inside values, means anti-clockwise. 0, 10, 20, 30. In between 20 and 30, so the dark line is there, that is 25. There you mark. Okay. And after that, remove your protector. Remove your protector. So with the help of your ruler, join these two, this vertex and this point, and draw a ray. Once you check, you have to draw a ray. Then after that, remove your ruler. Then keep a ray here, arrow. Then represent with A. This angle shows ABC is 25 degrees. Then how to represent angle? Angle, first angle symbol. This vertex we have to take in the middle. So we start from A. A, B, C. Angle ABC is equal to 25 degrees. In this way we have to construct angle using ruler and compass. Ruler and, not compass, ruler and protector. Now the next one. So this 60 degrees we have to construct. So again, so in the starting, so we took arrow on towards the right. So here it is better to take towards the left. So towards means, so you should know how to construct if the arrow is, if the ray is towards the left and towards the right. So that's why you have to do both the methods. Okay. So draw your line segment. So we have to draw a ray towards the left and mark your vertex. So then after that, take your compass. The intersection point should coincide with, so any name you can take. L, M. Keep your intersection point in vertex, and this bottom line should coincide with this ray, like this. and after that, so this is the ray towards the left, so we have to take the values, upper values we have to take clockwise direction, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Here you mark one line, at 60 you mark one line. So then after that you have to remove. Then with a ruler, so you have to join this vertex and this line, okay. Okay, this is the angle, 60 degrees angle, 60 degrees, this represents 60 degrees angle. Then first we have to write a symbol angle. So M, angle M is 60 degrees, that we have to keep in the middle. So this you have to write N, L M N, L M N. Angle L M N is equal to 60 degrees. If the arrow is towards the right, we have to take so anti-clockwise values, that is inner values. If the value is towards the left, so we have to take clockwise direction, that is upper values we have to take. Okay, this is the method to construct angle using protractor and ruler.